Hello again. Today's lesson is going to be on estimation situations, which pretty much so means we're going to be applying what we've been learning to word problems. Different situations that will have us estimating. To be able to do this, you need to be able to round, multiply, add, and subtract numbers, and be able to, of course, read with a pen because we will be dealing with word problems. Let's start with a quick review of estimation of products. So, we're going to estimate 34 times 79. To start, we're going to round first. Let's round 34 to 30. That 4 will tell that 3 to stay. And then we're going to round 79 to 80. That 9 will tell that 7 to score to 80. Now, what's the answer? Count zeros first. 1, 2. Those are your answer. What's 8 times 3? 24. And 34 times 79 is about, we can use this little wiggly equal sign, 2,400. Now, let's look at the next problem, 592 times 8. Remember, when you're estimating big numbers, you want to get to a basic fact that you can mentally do this in your head. So, let's round 592. What would that round to? Well, that's closer to 600 than it is 500, so we'll round that to 600. Times. Now, we could round 8 to 10, but why? We know that 6 times 8 is a basic fact, so we're going to leave that 8 alone. So, what is that going to be about or approximately? Well, we have 2 zeros in 600, 2 zeros in our answer. 8 times 6 is 48. So the answer is about 4,800. Okay, so now let's get started with estimating word problems. We're going to be focusing on several problems, not the entire sheet. We'll do some with me, some you'll do on your own. You are going to need your paper in front of you and a pencil so you can work these first few problems with me. So here we go. Let's get ready and let's begin. So we're going to first start with number 1. So the Turner family uses 548 liters of water per day. The Hill family uses 3 times more water per day than the Turners. Approximately, how much water does the Hill family use per week? Let's get our pencil and let's go back and underline some keywords. The first keyword is that we know the Turner family uses 548 liters of water. So above the Turner family, we're going to write 548 because that's who that goes with. The word per can mean one of two things. It can mean we can be either multiply or divide. We really haven't been dividing a lot lately, so we're probably going to be multiplying. The Hill family uses 3 times more water per day than the Turners. So the Hill family is going to use what the Turner family used, but 3 times is more. So that again tells you we're going to be multiplying what? Times 3. What are we going to multiply times 3? The Turner family and the Hill family. So if we know the Turner family has 548, and the Hill family is using 3 times more than that, we would take that 3 times more, and that will give us our answer. But we're missing one really big key word, and that is approximately. The word approximate means you're going to estimate so you can get a mental answer. So, what can we do to estimate? We're going to round first. 548 rounds to, you guessed it, 500. The 4 tells the 5 to rest. Times 3. We are not going to round this one digit up or down because it still gives us a basic fact. So 5 times 3 is 15. Count our zeros, which there's 2 of them. So your answer is 1,500. Let's move on to the next problem. We are now going to skip down to problem 3 at the bottom of your page. Read this along with me. There are 55 Girl Scouts going on a camp out this week. Each Girl Scout will need 6 bottles of water each day for 12 days. Approximately how many bottles of water will be needed for the camping trip? Okay, let's read with our pen. There are 55 Girl Scouts going on a camp out this week. So we know that 55 is going to be the number of Girl Scouts going on the camp out. Each Girl Scout will need to bring 6 bottles of water. So each one, right, that means to do what? Multiply. So put a little multiplication symbol there. We'll need to bring 6 bottles of water. That's 6 bottles of water each day. So we have each day for 12 days. So I have each twice. So I have two multiplication symbols. And then I have another thing, another number, 12 days. And then approximately means I'm going to estimate. So what would this look like? Well, I know that if one Girl Scout was going on this trip, right, she would need 6 bottles of water for one day. But they're not going for one day, they're going for 12 days. So I would have to multiply that times 12. And that's just for one Girl Scout. So one Girl Scout will need 6 bottles for 12 days. But we don't have one Girl Scout going. How many do we have going? 55. So the equation to match this problem is 55 times 6 times 12. That sounds like a lot of water bottles, but I guess we need to drink our water, right? So let's go ahead and figure out what approximately the total number of bottles will be. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to round. We're going to round 55 to what? That would round to 60. Do we need to round 6? I don't think so. It's already a basic fact. And then we're going to round 12 to what? Let's round 12 to 10. We could use 12 as a basic fact, but we can't go ahead and round that down to 10. I think that's an appropriate way to round. So now what are we going to do? We have to multiply these numbers together. So what do we have to decide what to do first? It really doesn't matter. We can say 6 times 60 first. Or what we could do is we can say 6 times 10 first. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. I'm going to say 6 times 60 first. So what's 6 times 60 going to equal? I'm going to write this over here on the side. Well, 6 times 6 is 36. And there's 1 0 in the answer, so I'm going to put 360. And then I'm going to multiply this number that I got from that product, 360, times 10. And what does that equal? Well, I have 2 zeros, so I need 2 zeros in my answer, right? 36 times 1 is 36. It's 3,600. Another way we could have done this is said 360 times 10. All you do is add a 0 when you multiply by 10. You get the same answer. Now, my question is, what did I just get? I got 3,600 what? 3,600 what? What is that an answer to? Well, we need to go back and see what we're looking for. We're looking for total numbers of water bottles. So the total number of water bottles is going to be 3,600 water bottles per 55 girls for 12 days. Let's move on to the next problem. Number 5 is going to be the last problem we're going to work together. You're going to work the rest on your own and bring them to school tomorrow to share with your friends and to see how well you did. So let's read with our pen. Jaden has 347 marbles. I'm going to write the number 347 over Jaden's name because that's how many marbles he has. Elvis has 4 times as many as Jaden. So he has what Jaden has times 4, and that's Elvis. Presley has 799 fewer than Elvis. So there's 3 people here. Presley has 799 fewer. So we have 799 by Presley, and to show fewer, I'm going to use subtraction than Elvis. Minus Elvis. So estimate tells me I'm going to be estimating how many marbles Presley has. Well, I have to find Elvis before I can find Presley's. So I need to estimate Elvis by finding how many Jaden and Elvis have together. So 347 is Jaden. Elvis has 4 times as many as that. So 300 times 4 would equal or be about, because I'm estimating, 12 is your basic fact because 4 times 3 is 12. Count my zeros, there's 2. About 1,200. So 1,200 is the number of Elvis's marbles. Now, Presley has fewer than Elvis. So I'm going to take Elvis's marbles and subtract Presley's marbles. So Presley has 799, but I'm not going to subtract 799 because I'm estimating. I'm going to subtract about 800 because it's only one away. All right. 0 minus 0. 0 minus 0. I can't do this one, so that's basically going to be 12 minus 8, which is 4. So that gives me 400. So Presley and I'm going to give that little squiggly equal sign. That means about 400 marbles. He by far has a lot less marbles than Elvis, but he does have more marbles than Jaden, about. Okay, so at this point in time, I want you to go back to number 1. I want you to write the words to match your answer. You have an answer for number 1, but what does that answer mean? You have that number of what? So write that down first. Then you're going to go and work the problems that we did not work on this video and bring them back to school to share with the class tomorrow. Have fun with it.